Welcome back to Power Effects Season 2, Episode 2, and we're going to dig deep into the conspiracy of UFOs, where all the prodding of the butt, remember, in Cartman, where he got the prod and a big, huge satellite came out and he's calling the aliens, and the aliens didn't want to talk to humans because we're idiots. They decided to talk to cows. But today we're going to dig deep into that. I know you got a lot going on because you love conspiracies. I'm okay with it, but you love it, Jake. So what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking about today's episode?
Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited for the change of pace. I mean, I love electricity and everything that we've done, but
Right.
conspiracy is my alley, dude. And I try to stay on the fun side. I don't do the Hillary Clinton's a lizard type shit.
Yeah,
But
no. I've seen some of yours.
I
I've seen some of yours with the weird creature. I forget what that one was, but that weird creature.
so I go down I like to do like urban legends and myths and like folklore that's been passed down generation, but there's not actually any proof of it ever happening type stuff. It's like something fun to keep your mind off the daily life.
Right.
But knowing it's probably not real either too. But the one that's always struck my interest from the very beginning is aliens. Because there's abduction stories, there's UFO sightings, there's reports, there's Pentagon released that there's 70,000 files of UFO sightings after saying that they didn't have any evidence of it. So there's this weird rabbit hole that kind of encapsulates so much that is outside of our world, literally outside of our world.
Yeah, there's no way we're by ourselves, Jake. There's no way in this big, huge universe. If anything, they're too far away, maybe, but there's no way we're by ourselves. There's too many planets, too many solar systems. We're one, like the meaning of life. We're one little speck of the great big thing. When he was telling that person who was, tell him to pretty much commit suicide because he's one little speck. But that's us. We're one little speck. There's no way we're by ourselves. There's no way.
We're interstellar beings.
Yeah.
There's theories that we're all just stardust and we return to the universe when we die. And I like that theory the best.
Right. Because I see a lot of cool stuff out there. I do like digging into this because I hate to say it, a lot of the fables, a lot of the fairy tales, there's some truth behind it. And all these things we're hearing, there's some truth. Now, it may not be aliens per se, it might be government, whatever, but there's some truth behind all these stories. There's got to be. So you have some information for us. So give us some. I want to hear some because I'm excited to hear what you have.
For this time, because I obviously love aliens and UFO sightings, but this time I kind of went down I have a couple of abduction stories. From people that claim to have been abducted by aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the earliest ones that I've found was this guy, Buck Nelson. Actually, I wrote down notes so I wouldn't jumble this up too much, but it was 1954. Allegedly, he's a Missouri rancher. He claimed to be abducted by aliens, and they fired a heat ray at him and took him on this multi-planet trip, I guess you can call it. And he said he went to Mars and Venus, and he said that these advanced human-like creatures shared this advanced knowledge to him, and how they expressed the 12 laws of God, and that the human race should be more careful with atomic weapons. And that was 7 years after World War II ended.
I'm going to show a picture while you keep talking.
Sure, yeah. So he came out with these stories in 1954, and he said that those human-like beings expressed to him that we had to be more careful with atomic weapons, and that was like almost 7 full years after World War II, after the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Wow.
Which is another one too. After both World Wars, there's stories of UFO sightings all over the place. So this could be credible. I don't really know, because it's after like major natural disasters, after wars, after bombings, there seems to be a influx of UFO sightings. But this guy claimed to have been abducted.
Yeah, I would think it's because he's a farmer. Why else? What do you want to talk about? Anything else? Unless it really in his mind happened.
Farmer, Missouri, 1954. There's not much going on over there.
A lot of farmers, they really don't BS. They're pretty much straight up to facts and in their face. They don't really bend the truth too much. So I don't see it unless he drank a lot of lead. I don't see why he wouldn't be believable.
That's it. That's a good old moonshining days too, man. Like
Oh
you gotta remember,
yeah.
like there's nothing to do in Missouri. Not on a ranch in Missouri, so I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Oh, maybe it is true, but he's
It
dead
could
now.
be,
So
because I'll be honest with you. Again, like I told you, there's no way we're by ourselves.
no,
And
not a
this is
chance.
too old. The universe is too old for us to be the most civilized in this whole universe. There's no way. There's got to be, like, one of my favorite TV shows and movies is Stargate, and Stargate pretty much the premise is we're just a little speck, right? And there's humans that was billions years ago already established, and
Sure.
we're just we're their ancestors who forgot everything. Stargate and
What's what they
Star.
say about they say about that with like the pyramids. Like we just kind of they say that the people then found that and just reclaimed it. So there was already
Hmm.
civilizations that were I don't know what the word I'm thinking of, but there's already
Yeah.
civilizations there that they when they came into the area, they just kind of reclaimed it and took it over. It was already
Well,
created.
I think they carbon dated it, right? And they said the carbon date was way older than that civilization of 5,000. They're saying it's older now.
Yeah, and when they did the transcriptions of their notes and letters and all that stuff from thousands of years ago, that they said in their writings that they had found these things, they had found these temples and stuff like that. So they made it seem like they didn't build it.
I don't think so, because you have that, and then you have the one in Aztecs, and then you have another one in
Yeah,
not Philippines but Thailand. You have multiple pyramids. They
they're
may
all
not be all
they're
exactly
all
the same, but they're the same concept of some
yeah,
kind of deity going there.
yeah, and all the stories are the same too. There's a star people, the star people that come down from the heavens and they
Yeah.
transpire this knowledge onto the people. Like every civilization has it, and every civilization has a great flood, and a lot of these stories come back from the Noah times of Noah's Ark, like how
My
this great flood
gosh.
happened, and then there was
Yeah.
aliens and star people that came down, and even like their hieroglyphics and depictions that they had created show people in like spaceship type crafts on their walls and carvings.
Wow. I just think of that the not Netflix documentary of that person. I forget his name. That he
Graham
believes that.
Hancock,
Oh yeah, I love it, man. It's awesome. He even has one of my favorite actors, the guy that was on The Matrix, Kean.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes, and gosh, man, he just makes it so believable, and it might be believable of how he presents it to us. Like
What's his thing
how
is
all
that
these people had no like civilization set, like they didn't do certain things. All of a sudden, bang, it just changes, and they know stuff.
sure,
Like
yeah. Oh, that's a different rabbit hole, but it's the
no,
same
no,
thing for
but
me with
yeah,
like
but I believe
for
aliens
like
may
the
have had something to do
oh
with it.
for
Not
sure,
us
sure.
per se, but aliens may have helped that. And
Yeah, 100%. Because like if you even look at it like from the Egyptian pyramids to like to the moon landing for
yeah,
us, it's
right.
like it's they had this technology that they had back then to do it, and they don't have that technology now to do it. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
did you do it 8,000 years ago? How did you build the pyramids
Right.
if you don't have that you don't know how to replicate it? And
Right.
now we can't go to the moon in 2026 because we don't have the technology that we had in 1962. Like how does
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
how do you not have that technology? Like
Right.
we have a cell phones the size of your fingers,
Right.
and you don't know how you got to the moon. It's like I don't either they're lying about it that they do have the technology and they don't want to go back. They never
Well.
went,
Well.
or
Remember
they
that.
truly
I don't
or
know if you.
it was a given technology that was taken back.
Well, I've always believed that big industry will occasionally give us one new thing, right? Because they're making money. That's my personal opinion, right?
That's
They
everything.
probably have
Yeah,
something amazing, but they don't give us like just give us little bits, because they want us to pay money. So that's what I
yeah, oh
believe.
yeah,
That's why I think it's out there. They're not giving it to us. Like with you said with the
sure.
Tesla, when they took the 55 things of files and only like 40 came back. I bet
Oh,
you
it's
half of
80,
that's 80.
80 cases of files.
I bet you half of that is probably the stuff we're getting even now with the
Well, I could say
AI and
this.
microchips and all that. No, I don't mean to go down the rabbit hole because I believe aliens gave us all this. Personally, I do
Well,
believe we do
you
have
ever
the
see
intelligence.
you ever see the breakdown of a microchip?
Yeah.
like how small the chip is, and then like
Uh-huh.
all the inner workings that go into that, and how
Yeah.
every time you go in, there's more and more and more.
Yep.
How did we create that
It's almost
out of
like a little
nowhere? Like this,
civilization in that little chip. I'll be honest.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
why one thing I believe, like you said, or like even back to um, the ancient times with these star people, I think we were given a technology,
Mm-hmm.
and then like I believe when you abuse that power, they take it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what happened.
So that means it's probably coming soon. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great reset.
Yeah. I mean, there's other stories, and I think you said a few. So, what other alien abductions did you find fascinating? Because
I think
I honestly, yeah,
one of the original ones that kind of like was pretty widely reported on because it was one of the first big ones was
right,
Betty and Barney Hill. That was back in 1961 in New Hampshire. They're just driving down the road and they claim to have been abducted and taken aboard of a spaceship or craft, whatever you want to consider it. They were examined and returned.
oh
So
wow,
they made it sound like it was like this quick grab. But like, I don't know why, if you
I
read
want to show
about
pictures.
this couple, sure, you read about this couple every, and I don't know if it's just because it was relevant to the time or what it was, but every story you read on this, they always put interracial couple, which it doesn't matter. I don't think that matters at all. But
Yeah, it
every
doesn't matter to
story
me.
always
Yeah.
has to throw that little word in there. It's like, dude, like
Well, that's the back in the day
they're
stuff
just
when they're really
yeah, that's
like,
what I say. I think it's just because it was dated. It's just two people that love each other. So who cares? But besides
what's
the
that?
point,
Yeah, and
they
then
were
they got
just they were
psychologists involved in them, trying to make sure they're not psycho. I see.
yeah.
All
Then
right.
they said that through hypnosis, they've revealed that these grays.
Yeah.
That's where the gray alien theory came from. Was Betty and Barney Hill was like when they got taken aboard by these gray aliens,
All
and
right.
they were shown a star map of the Zeta Reticuli, which is 39 light years away.
Okay.
And but there's no confirmed planets in their solar system. They have two suns, stuff like that. But they describe these aliens as these little gray creatures with big black eyes.
Oh well. Okay.
But I don't think in 1961 there's any way to know about Zeta Reticuli. So it's another strange. I guess maybe I'm just ignorant to the time, but I don't know if they knew about that stuff back then, or
Well,
like if this was just a random couple.
they said his IQ is about 140, and they're
So
saying in this article
pretty
that
smart dude.
140, yeah, he does not believe in aliens, but because of this, he said wouldn't give flying saucers a second thought. In other words, he didn't believe in those stories, but I guess when it happens to you, you finally believe in it. Both of them, two
Another
people. There's no way two people can be taken and being all mentally disturbed. There's
Well,
no way.
it's a. The hard part is it's a couple. It's easy to corroborate a story when it's just
Yeah,
two of you.
true.
So it's easy to say, "Hey, we're like these little people in this big world. We want to
Right.
be famous. Let's make some weird, crazy stuff up." Like there's a lot of
Okay.
skeptics that say that like this is just two people that made up a story and wanted publicity for it, which they got. Which, hey, man, good for you if that's what you went for. But
Mm,
I don't know, man. Like, and their stories never changed. That's the hard part too. But the other theory to the Grays is that it's not interstellar travel aliens. It's not aliens from the outside coming in.
mm,
It's future interdimensional aliens of our evolved selves. So
oh,
like Mars used to be a planet like Earth, like luscious green lands and oceans and all that, and then it
right.
froze once it got too far from the sun. What it's said to be is that when you get too far, when things get too cold, you go underground and you travel in. And once you're in the dark, you no longer have necessary you have no longer have needs for skin pigmentation. You don't have
Mm,
need for little eyes. You need big eyes to see in the dark. So like it's
right.
like this evolution of ourselves now in the future. That's what they say. And like a lot of people like to think that it's interdimensional travel to warn ourselves of what the future is.
Okay.
Like that's why they come after uh, major catastrophes
Mm,
is to like I guess gain knowledge or see. I don't really know, but a lot of people go
all
down
right.
that rabbit hole if it's
Stop
our
us from
future selves.
stop us from being Mad Max. Be more Star Trek.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you ever watched that movie, The Time Machine, It was made in 1960 or something, and he went way in the future, and something happened. They had to go underground, and they stayed underground for a long time. So you had some people were humans, and the other people were gray, like you said, and
Yeah,
mutated into a cannibal type of individual, hawking and from
that's
being
wild.
underground. Well, it was pretty neat. I
Yeah,
mean, like you said, with the aliens, they happened to go to the smart end. These were just dumb creatures that just ate humans. With you saying
they're
under the ground,
primal,
that's made me think of that. It's called the time
primal,
machine.
primal version of ourselves. Like
Yeah,
you
just
can't
like Mad
grow,
Max. Yeah.
can't sustain an ecosystem of plants and goods underground with no light.
Nope.
You
You got to
can't
find someone to
maintain
eat.
photosynthesis, especially back in the 60s. You didn't have LED lighting and all these different ways
Right.
you
Produce it.
can grow plants inside in the dark.
Mm, man. So you had those two stories. That is pretty neat
Yeah.
because they're one of my other movies I liked. I don't remember it. It was about the kid who got abducted. His father's looking for him. All of a sudden, he came back. I'm trying to remember it. But yeah, I love alien
So
abduction
Fire
movies.
in the Sky.
Yeah, they're always my favorite
Yeah, Fire in the
movies.
Sky is based on I think that's based on Travis Walton. It's another story I have here too.
Travis Walton, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
think I think that movie's based on him or his story. But he's another one that benefited of giving the story. Like I have him here. That was Travis Walton, 1975. He's a logger in Arizona.
Based on a true
He
story.
said he said a UFO beam struck him, causing him to disappear for 5 days. He
Mm-hmm.
reappeared unharmed, sparking widespread media attention, and has a famous book.
Yeah.
But he had said in different interviews that he believes that he was given psychic powers through this abduction. Whatever they did during this abduction, he was given psychic powers and he was forever changed afterwards. And one story that he cited was that, excuse me, he was saying that his son, I guess, had a bunk bed and he was asleep and he had this premonition of his son uh, suffocating or being strangled while he was sleeping. So he woke up, went to his son's room, and his son had rolled through the railing and was being strangled by the railing of his bed. And he was able to
Okay.
save. So he gives credit to him saving his son's life through these psychic powers that were given to him
Mm-hmm.
through his abduction.
Okay.
But he does interviews. He's gotten a lot of monetary gain from
Yes.
this story.
Mm-hmm.
But his story's relevant. Uh, his story
I'll be
remains the
honest. It's fun.
same.
It's fun. I mean, I'll be
Yeah,
honest. It's a fun thing. No offense. It's boring in
I'd
world.
rather
Something.
I'd rather people get famous for stuff like this.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool story that it's been ongoing for what's 19 so 51 years. This guy stayed relevant with this story.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, man. Good for him.
And they made a movie which people liked watching.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'd rather have that than just boring stuff. You
Sure.
know,
Oh, hell yeah.
Downton Abbey's good and all, but that's boring to me. I want something fun like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I'd
Don't get me
rather
wrong, but
yeah.
you
That's
know,
so like that's for me. I'd rather go down this alien rabbit hole and like this make believe, maybe real
yeah,
story instead of creations of politicians and stupid crap like that. I'd rather have fun stories that I don't have to
right.
think about everyday life.
Nah, I want to
I
get my
like
mind away
Travis
from things.
Walton.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of cool stories out there. I'd rather research into that than all the corruption and bull crap of today's society and
uh
all these different stories and all that stupid stuff.
huh. But one city got very popular with this is Roswell, right? They got extremely popular. It's becoming one of
Yeah.
those mainstream things now. Everybody goes there. Just want to visit at least once, and I think they have a
Sure.
festival every year. And
Yeah.
what Area 51's near there, they're saying, and they're
Mhm.
thinking it might be aliens or Area 51. It's one of those debates. What do you
Yeah.
think?
So I think
Think it's
I
aliens or
think
both?
I think so. I don't know. It's another one of those stories where it's like this UFO crash on someone's property. They
Right.
reported it.
Mm-hmm.
The government took over and said, "Hey, this is just one of our test flights for a balloon."
Yeah,
Then this
yeah,
balloon came out of nowhere, and like, oh,
right.
it's like, well, that's not what it looked like. And there was other witnesses to this, but the government's telling everybody like, hey, we've had 28 test flights in this general vicinity. This is our balloon.
Right.
The other hard part of that story is I think the lady that reported it later started changing her story.
Uh,
So it kind of lost credibility for me, but I
of
still believe something happened there. Because
course.
especially out like New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, there's wide open areas where there's just not really anything there, just desert and
Hmm.
little cities and towns everywhere, these
Yeah.
remote locations.
Perfect spot to do government tests.
Oh yeah, it's like Area 51 is in the middle of a desert,
Uh-huh.
and allegedly they do test flights at night. So which would
Yeah.
explain most of the UFO sightings that would happen in those areas.
I think I
At the other,
remember
on the other
doing
hand,
Google
five.
I'm sorry, when I do Google, that area is like blacked out. You can't, you know what I mean? I just try to see if I can
Oh
see it.
yeah,
Yeah. I'll keep
yeah. So
talking.
yeah, you figured that like like a freedom of information,
Yeah.
and we can't even look at it on a map. Like
uh,
it's our land. But same
yeah.
deal with the Grand Canyon.
Right.
You can't explore sections of the Grand Canyon because
Really?
it's government owned. Yeah,
I
you can't
never.
pass certain areas.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna
Dude,
check
go
it
down
out.
that rabbit hole. That one's a wild one. And like the
Oh,
Smithsonian got involved. There's a lot. It's like you can't go in a lot of parts of the Grand Canyon because it's monitored and patrolled by the government. And if you go too far, there'll be intervention. There'll be like there's military police there. There's a lot of stuff that happens there.
that's funny. That's funny, man.
Yeah,
All
the
right.
Grand Canyon is weird, dude.
Don't mean to go on off a little bit tangent. Let's continue with the aliens.
Well,
Sorry,
so
I
like
didn't cut you off.
The Grand Canyon is kind of tied into the same. There's two like a couple of different theories.
Yeah.
There's one guy that went exploring and he found a cave with these large statues and all sorts of stuff, and he believed he found giant remains. Then
Okay.
there's other things that say that there's alien bases in the Grand Canyon, but like the Smithsonian got involved and said, "Hey, we're taking all these statues and no one can go in here anymore." So, but they won't answer any questions either. They won't let
Mhm.
any information that they have out, they won't release to the public.
Okay.
There's a
Keeping it
couple
secret.
cool little theories. Yeah, but it's one of those big things. Like they made it this big giant secret, and
Mm-hmm.
then the rumors start, and then they're like, oh well, it's not aliens, it's not giants, it's not this. Stop spreading rumors, but we're not going to tell you what it is. So it's like, all right, well, rumors are going to spread. That's how rumors spread.
Right. Right.
So there's a
Definitely.
lot of the Grand Canyon's a really cool one. There's some really cool stories out of there. And again, it's strange that the government has such a large presence there if there is nothing there. They say
One.
it's for public safe. They say it's for public safety, but
Ah,
you can't even get close to certain areas.
one thing that's been changing my, well, at least been talked about, was they're saying that aliens aren't from the universe, that they're from the ocean. I've been hearing that
Yeah,
lately,
well,
and
so that's
I
another big
never really
one.
looked into that, except for Atlantis and all. But yeah, I just
So
never that never
I
my
looked into
mind.
that one.
Yeah,
I dabbled in that one because I never knew until I started going down like these rabbit holes. Is that
it's still about aliens, just in our
Na
world.
well, Na NASA
Yeah.
started as nautical exploration,
Okay.
and then out of nowhere, it's like we're going to space. We're done with the ocean. We're going to space. So it's like they just stopped and say, "Hey, whatever we found, we're freaking out of here. We're going to space now."
Oh
So we know
man,
more about space and other planets than we do our own ocean floors. Like I think we've
oh
only
so
explored 10% of the ocean floor.
so
The
deep
Mariana
down.
Trench is 7 miles deep, and we don't know it's at the bottom.
That pressure is just
Stuff
so
like that. It's
massive.
like,
It's yeah.
and then again with like the interventions of Congress and stuff like that, like where the Navy was always told to be hush hush about what they see. I guess probably Air Force and Army too, but Navy more
Mhm.
so because they're in the middle of the ocean
Right.
at nighttime. So they see everything. They have stories. They've always been told to keep it off the radar. If you see it, don't tell anybody. It's private. And now they're being told to say, "Hey, man, speak up if you see it."
Really? Why all of a
Let
sudden what's it
yeah,
change?
they want to. I don't know. I don't know what the change was because it's like, well, why would you keep it hush hush for so long? But like, I don't know. So now it's like there's UFO crafts that come out of the ocean. There's lights under the water. There's all sorts of things that the Navy's letting out now. It's like, oh, now it's like, are these real? Is it now the other side of the track there? It's like all this could be really crazy true stories, or this could be one big diversion that's taking us off track of what's actually going on.
Well, I just pulled up just to mess around. They're saying a Navy officer said they believe there's something in the water, and it's from
Yeah.
2000. This story is 2025, and in mid 2014, he was doing training flights off the Virginia coast, and the radar looked off, saw a phantom blip, and something with so much speed and precision. At first, he thought it was just a glitch, but then he saw it hovering in place and then darted off with supersonic speed from the ocean surface. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's a Navy officer stating that in 2014. Let me
Well,
get the
so you
name.
see too, like my background's Antarctica,
Ryan
and
Graves.
that's another. Oh yeah, Ryan Graves. Yeah,
Ryan Graves.
I think he said that in front of Congress. I think that was a
Yeah.
congressional hearing.
Yep. Yeah. He's got his
Yeah.
hands up. Here, I'll just switch it over. But yeah, he has his hands up in Congress. Let me get rid of this video.
The other hard part with stories like that is like they had like I don't know if you heard of Project Bluebeam.
No, I'll look it up while you're talking.
So that's another big one that's really cool. But it came right out after
What's that?
it's a movie. Like it came out right after our TV show,
Hold on.
and it was like supposed to be like this big.
Hold on. You hear me?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right.
I could hear you the whole time.
Oh well, mine was going crazy. I was going. Maybe aliens are going after me. I don't know.
That's
They're
it,
like,
dude. We
"Shut up,
said too
Sean."
much.
Yeah.
We
I'm
said
like,
too much. What are you looking up?
oh man, I was going nuts. I'm like, oh no, what's going on? So the aliens must have sent something to my computer. Sorry, buddy.
Or the government's listening, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shut up, Sean. Well, they'll just tell me I'm stupid, so I'll be all right. So we were talking
Well,
about
that's the
graves, and then you're talking about Antarctica, which I love Antarctica because that's one of the things that Stargate talked about, that there was a hidden civilization underneath there that
yeah,
helped save the Earth. You know, in one
yep,
of the episodes.
yeah. We can't travel there. You have to have military escorts to go there. It's like, and it's this section of land that's owned by nobody, but every large military presence has a presence in Antarctica.
Hmm.
It's like why is there so many people there if there's nothing there, and we're not allowed to go there?
Yeah,
That's one of the big theories that they found these alien settlements or spaceships or whatever may have found colonizations,
and
but
that's
we'll
one
never
of the
know.
Netflix episode. He stated that Antarctica was a green, beautiful place with civilization and
Hmm.
he would love to go investigate, but he's not allowed.
Sure.
And he
Yep.
believes that if he went there, he'll probably be finalizing his theory, but he can't get to it
Sure.
because
Oh
one
yeah.
of us.
What's the same thing?
Yep.
Same thing though. But they banned him from a national park in Ohio. Like how do you freaking ban
Yeah.
someone for doing journalism? Like they're trying to shut him down so hard. He's I'm not a scientist.
Yeah.
I'm a journalist. I'm just bringing a different theory
Yeah.
to the table. It's like scientists are supposed to continuously try to prove themselves wrong. That's the point of
Right.
science, is trying to prove your hypothesis wrong. Because
Yes.
again, I'm being pushed off as this pseudoscientist and this quack, and they're trying to destroy my career. He's like, I'm not saying that this is right. He's like, I'm just bringing a different thought process to the table, and nobody wants
Yeah.
to hear it.
And that's where it'd be awesome if you could find out Antarctica. Now all these great satellites, I'm sure they can find it. We're just not seeing it because they're probably keeping a hush hush. They
Yeah,
can
we're not
look
allowed to see it.
now. They can look right into it and see exactly what's underneath there.
Yeah, oh yeah, with the lidar.
Oh man, yeah, right.
That's how they
I
map
love to
most
see
of the
that.
Amazon. They
Yeah.
map most of the Amazon with lidar. It's the same thing.
That's
But
right.
we'll never know.
And they found civilization, different spots of civilization in Amazon. I remember that
Yep.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, totally abandoned. But like they said, they had claimed that at one point that those civilizations could have housed like 20 million people, like major civilizations on the is it the Nile River or whatever? Is it,
Mm-hmm.
whatever
Right.
it is, the Amazon in the Amazon.
And
But yeah, they said there
he
could
had a
have been.
good point. He had a good point about that too. He's like, how all of a sudden that South America people showed up all of a sudden. He's like, there's just stuff missing. Like there's stuff that's there that's over the age of when people thought they arrived in America.
No,
A
yeah.
lot of carbon dating that states older than the Bering Straits. They came over that during the Great Ice Sheet, and it's saying it just doesn't match. You
No,
know,
there's no way.
no. Mm-mm. So
Yeah,
it's
and
just
you can only travel the Bering Strait in like one season of a year. It's a small window. You can actually
yeah,
travel across the Bering Strait.
right.
But it's like that's what they teach in high school. That's what they teach in the school systems is that this is how they got here. It's like
Yeah,
out of that,
I've always
whatever.
I've always felt we were older. There's no way we all of a sudden became humans, and I always
That's my
felt
thought
that.
process. We've talked about that before. Like if they say the universe is like close to 14 billion years old instead of saying
Yeah,
like 13.7. So they're
yeah.
saying it's close to 14 billion years old. The Earth
And
is
Earth is 4.5.
4.5,
Yeah, four point
and
five
then
billion.
human existence is only in the last million years out of 4.5 billion. Like it started as oceans and bacteria to worms and like all these weird fucking creatures, and now we're closer to dinosaurs than we are to the beginning of Earth.
Mm,
Then you're
yeah.
gonna tell like it's like we just came out of nowhere.
No, I do believe there's something on what do you call that? And when you progress from different species, I do believe there's something into that. But there's so much of a gap. They keep talking about this missing link. Well, there probably isn't a missing link. We're just out making our date wrong. Like
But
that.
part of the missing link, one of those theories is like the Anunnaki and the Nephilim, these
Hmm.
star people
Yeah,
came down and mixed our DNA with their DNA and created these giant humans. Which
I
to us,
remember that. Yeah,
when you hear giant beings, it's like okay, what are these like 8 9 foot tall 10 creatures like giant creatures? But everything back then, like it would have been monkeys and primates and like stuff that we allegedly
yeah.
evolved from.
Probably the size of Arnold
So to a,
Schwarzenegger.
well, so but the thing is, like to a monkey, we are giants.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah, and there's some giants like basketball players. Look at all them. They would have been giants back then.
They
Um,
still are.
yeah, well, yeah. I'm just saying, back then, I think even during the 1700s, 5 foot was considered average height. So imagine back then. So I'm
But yeah, look
sure
at
you being
the three Sto-
5'11", good.
the Three Stooges. They were like 5'5", and they were average height for the
Yeah,
50s and 60s.
yeah, right. So back then, giants, yeah, probably just us.
Yeah,
Us,
it was
us.
normal people, and they're like, oh, these are giants. They're destroying everything, which is what
Hmm.
humans do. We just destroy stuff for no reason.
Yeah, yeah, get bored and do stuff. Yep.
Yeah,
I got, yeah, I got kids doing that. Get bored. Why'd you do that? I don't know. I'm like, okay. I get that. I don't know.
I don't know
Uh,
why I did it.
I don't know why I did that. Okay. How about
Yeah,
next time you
thanks.
don't do it? If you're bored,
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
use
right.
this.
Like, do you break stuff at
Oh,
your own house?
no, I'm talking at school.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
gets
Like,
so
it's
boring.
like, hey man, do you break stuff at
Oh
your house? Like,
yeah,
you break your
yeah.
parents' stuff?
I don't mean to go on tangent. It's just when you said that, it made me think that.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. So with
Another
more
cool one.
aliens, yeah, go ahead.
Another cool one is Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker.
I gotta look it up.
It was
Yep.
two fishermen in I can't say it, Pascagoula, the Pascagoula incident. There's these two fishermen that got abducted by allegedly three aliens with crab-like claw, like his appendages, whatever you call that, like arms and hands. Um, but again, it was just like a abducted, examined, released. No odd stories came from that, but it was just two fishermen while they were fishing got abducted. Charles Hickson became like a UFO celebrity for his stories and like
Mm-hmm.
continued to do stories and said that he had ongoing contact with aliens. He died like 13 years ago. I think 2013 he passed away, but he
Mm-hmm.
became like a celebrity in the UFO world because of his stories. And then
So 6 foot
Calvin,
tall, Mississippi in 1973. All right.
and then
I'm just
Calvin
looking it up.
Parker had interviews and stuff like that. But he was a blue collar tradesman. I think he just kind of lived out his life, and he passed away a couple years ago.
Okay.
But
And
that's
what was
another
his
one. Is
story? He got abducted and They did
Yeah, I mean,
experiments, or
there's stories coincided. I don't think he stayed in the limelight as much as Calvin Hickson wanted to.
okay.
There's another one. He benefited from his story. There's another one of those. I don't know if it's a money grab or just he was able to utilize that after it allegedly happened.
Hmm.
But again, it's two guys that are fishing together, like fishing buddies. It's easy to keep the story the same.
Yeah, but I mean, you're fishing. What makes you think? You know what? Let's say we're abducted. I'm just saying. What I
Dude,
mean, I don't. Me and you, I don't know. I could do that. I'm a bad liar in the first place. But I just you guys sitting fishing, drinking some beer. You know what? Let's act like we're abducted. I don't.
yeah, oh yeah,
I
no,
don't.
yeah.
Maybe they are that way. Me personally, knowing you, I just don't know how we just all of a sudden do it. You
Yeah,
know,
and
that
for them,
story, unless something happens.
their story stayed the same for 40 years. I mean, it's another one of those. It's like, man, this is kind of far fetched, but they never really altered the story.
Yeah. Unless they saw
So
some news article and like, you know what, let's cash in. Maybe they did that too. They're
but yeah, you
human, like
figure
you
that
said.
it was everyone's looking for the rise to stardom, dude. Like, you see that on the news all the time now. Like all these fake stories just to get some screen time or social
Yeah.
media influence. Like it's all about getting FaceTime and becoming famous. It's not
Yeah.
like even
Doing,
reporting. Reporting is about the good story that gets you the headlines. It's not about putting the truth out there anymore.
no, yeah,
You
it's
want
about
views and
bending it.
clicks. You don't care about the truth. Yeah. So
Yeah.
who knows? I mean, but that was back in the 70s. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
social media. Like they had to tell a journalist and then they put it in the newspaper. Like that's kind
All
of
right. You had to check everything. You had to verify 3 times before you put an article
Mhm.
back in the day. Not anymore. Shoot.
and,
All right. Now
and then another.
tell me a little bit about this guy. Do you know anything about him? I love
Yeah,
his I love his History Channel stuff. It's so much fun. Even if it's not believable, I just love it. What's his name?
yeah.
What is it?
I don't really know how to say it. It's George. I forget how to say I'm going to
Garoppolo.
butcher it.
That's fine.
Garopolis.
Oh, dude, I just
Garoppolo.
love his,
I watch him all the time. I told my wife if I had a better hairline, I'd grow my hair out the same way because it's this big freaking mad scientist haircut. But
It'd be
I
so
started
weird
watching him on.
seeing you. So weird
I
if I
started
see
watching
you
him
like
on
that.
Netflix.
Oh, is he on
I started watching
Netflix?
him on Netflix. Yeah, I
Okay.
watch him on Netflix all the time.
Okay.
Ancient Aliens.
Yeah. Ancient
Yeah, I
Aliens. Yeah.
watched it. He's got I think like 8 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
I watch it all the time. He's just like this goofy character. He's just got the same hair for 8 years. Yeah, I watch it all the time. He's good, dude. He's another
Oh,
one. He
dude.
puts the story out there.
It makes it so believable. Even if it's not, it's just believable. And no, I'm not a gullible
Yeah,
guy. I
there's
just enjoy it because it's fun. You know, I
yeah, it's
enjoy it.
just it's different.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's just so much fun listening to him with those stories because he makes it believable, but you know, oh, just so much fun.
He's a funny character, dude.
He is, man, and he's
And
passionate.
then there's
It almost feels like it's true because he's so passionate about it. You know,
yeah, there's
some
another
people
one
you can tell is BSer. He doesn't seem like a BSer. He's just passionate.
you could look up Coast to Coast AM. That was like the beginning of like journalism for UFOs. Like that was like I think he's still on.
Oh yeah. Let me
Coast to
see.
Coast AM was like OG before it was cool reporting on aliens, UFOs, and all
I'm,
this stuff.
I'm popping it up now. So what is it, like a podcast or a guy just talking about it?
No, I was like, yeah, well, this is before podcast, dude. This was in the 70s, I think. He's
Oh
reporting on
really?
aliens in the 70s, and he had this AM channel, Coast to Coast AM. And he
Ah,
just reported on aliens and UFOs and weird, uh, weird stories
I
and
might start
interviewed people.
listening. Yeah.
There's
All
another
right.
guy, George Knapp.
George Knapp.
He's another one. He did a lot of reporting, I think, for Coast to Coast AM, but he did a lot. If you once you look him up, you'll recognize him. It's Knapp.
George Knapp. Uh,
Little old guy.
him?
Yeah, he's been on Ancient Aliens. I think he was on with Graham Hancock the one time.
Yeah, I remember him. Yep.
Yeah, so he's another one. He's been doing all this reporting. He did a lot of
Oh
reporting
yeah.
on
I remember
all
him.
sorts of UFO stuff and aliens.
Mm-hmm.
He did Skinwalker Ranch back in the 80s. Another guy you should follow or look into is this guy, Jeremy Corbell. He's another guy huge in the alien and UFO world. He actually like produces and puts out documentaries and movies on it, and has a lot of
Let's
inside
see what it looks like.
connections to like government beings. Jeremy Corbell,
Yeah, I'm pulling on now.
Jeremy Kenyon.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, sorry. Again, I'm not the greatest, so I'm working on it. All right. So, what other stories you have? Any abduction? Why look for Corbell?
I think the last one that I had was kind of like to me one of the craziest ones, I guess, because there's so many alleged witnesses to it.
Mm-hmm.
Was Linda Napolitano is the Manhattan abduction back in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
She claimed that she was abducted by three aliens
Okay.
from her bedroom, taken abducted out of her window, and then through the sky to the UFO. And she said that she was sleeping next to her husband, remembered the feeling like her body was paralyzed and she couldn't
Mm-hmm.
do anything. But she just knew something was wrong, and then she was lifted and pulled out of her bed through the window and out through the sky to this UFO with three gray aliens, again back to the grays.
Mm-hmm.
And then she said that she was examined, had a probe put in her nose. It wasn't any like butthole stuff, no butt play.
Yeah. No,
But
no
she
carpet,
said
right?
something was lodged in her nose,
Right.
and then she was returned.
Mm.
So she gets back. She's returned to bed next to her husband, her sleeping husband. He didn't realize that she was gone. Bad husband.
Yeah.
She felt like something was lodged in her nose, so she goes to allegedly goes to the doctor, and there's
Right.
X-rays, and they said that they could see something was lodged in her nasal passage.
Uh-huh.
She then later goes to an ENT, like the ear, nose, throat specialist, says that there's no longer an object in there, but there's an excess buildup of cartilage that looks like there was something there.
Oh.
So that's kind of corroborated from medical experts,
Mm-hmm. Right.
if you want to believe that. And then the hard part for me, like, which is wild, was kind of there's allegedly 23 witnesses to this event. And it happened at 3 a.m. 23 people to have the same story from different angles of the city, looking up at this lady flying through the air by the Brooklyn Bridge from her bedroom window into the UFO. They said they had seen the entire event from her floating through the sky.
Really?
23 witnesses,
23.
two of them being police officers.
Really?
So I don't. That's a
That's
crazy
a
one. It's like
lot of people. A lot of people.
as much as I was like, man, this can't be freaking true. Then it's like, okay, two cops and then 21 other people.
Yeah. For how much though? I mean, how much is getting paid?
Well, yeah, that was the thing too. It was like this was all reported on. I forget the guy's name, but there's a reporter that did all of it and then found the witnesses and said that there was close to 24 people that came forward. That's where it gets a little iffy for me. It's like it's not like witnesses that just came out and said, "Hey, we saw this." It's like this guy was doing reporting, like, and
Mm-hmm.
then there was 23 witnesses.
Right.
I don't know that the police would lie that much in 1989, but again, I don't. There's always crooked cops. Everyone has a price tag, I believe.
Everybody does, yeah. And
But
you're
I
also
don't
not in the
know.
middle of Arizona with one or two. You got 20, 21,
Right? Yeah,
23. Yeah.
and you're by the floating by the Brooklyn Bridge at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
The other weird part of her story was like she didn't want the attention. She didn't want the media attention,
Mm-hmm.
and she was allegedly, again from her report, her story, that uh, she had an encounter with men in black suits, i.e., men in black. Uh, and she said they took her and kidnapped her and interrogated, in her words, interrogated her about her interaction and story,
Mm-hmm.
and then they released her.
Here's a
But she
picture
had
of her.
this kidnapping from the men in black, which was like a big with a lot of the abduction stories that you hear or alien stories, like when they claim that they were abducted, then they most of the cases have people that claim to be have some interaction with the men in black afterwards. It's like these guys in the black suits come to their house, they ask them some questions, and they leave. Or they come to their house, take them, ask them questions, and eventually release them. So that was a little strange too. Like if that was true and there was men in black, this was allegedly a government branch
Mm-hmm.
for alien intelligence. But again, like you'll never find real information on that.
She looks like a normal American housewife. Nothing major. She doesn't look. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
never heard that one. I've heard few, but I never really heard that one.
yeah, that was a good one. That was just 1980. So what, 35 years ago, 36
Yeah.
years ago. But yeah, she claimed that she was abducted in the middle of the night, uh,
And we
out
have
of bed right
witnesses.
next to her husband. Her two kids were still at their house, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, 23 witnesses. Man,
Mm.
that's a big freaking number. It's like,
Well, it looks like they Netflix has a possible what's the name? So you might
yeah,
be able to
I think
watch
they
it.
did have a story. I think they did have a story on her,
Yeah, yeah. All right, so you can.
and
All right,
like she didn't want any notoriety from it apparently, but
she does now.
she's been plastered all over. Yeah,
Man, like I
yeah,
said, one of my
some
favorite
crazy
movies
stories.
are alien movies. They're one of my favorites. I mean, Men in Black's okay, but I don't know why it's not the greatest for me. But I like fun. Like Stargate was my favorite, and
Hmm.
other things like that. I just like that type of stuff. It's interesting. It's fun. I think it's the one I'm talking about was like 75, 76, where the son was abducted. And the father kept telling everybody he's abducted. And at the end, they finally showed up with a bunch of kids coming out of the UFO. I forget the name of that movie. But
Hmm.
that one really stuck to me, too. That's one of all these, and that was based on a true story, too. But these are too many things going on to be lies. We're too small of a world to be by ourselves. Some of this either got to be true or partially true.
Yeah, and like more I was reading about and stuff like that. There's a number they put out there, statistics saying that 5 to 6% of people claim to have some sort of alien interaction or abduction.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's like of the general population. I think that's just the United States in that statistic. So 5 to 6% of the general population in the United States claims to have some sort of interaction or abduction.
Mm-hmm.
So that's on a grand scale. I think it was there 340 million people in the United States. Figure general population's 150 million. Talking about like a
Mm-hmm.
million people,
Yeah.
like 4 million, 5 million people that have an alleged interaction with aliens or
Yeah.
abduction,
Mm-hmm.
which out of 350 million is not a lot, but 4 million is a lot.
Well, I remember watching. Again, I'm bad at movie names, but there was one movie where the aliens were just waiting for us to grow the hell up, And in this movie, we grew up. We're finally not as crazy or murderous, and then all of a sudden they're like, "We just waited for this," And so basically, probably doing the same thing. We're just so crazy and evil, Not all of us, but the majority of us, that they just dabbling. They really want to visit us, but they can't because we're a little too crazy at the moment.
That's I've heard that theory before. I've heard that we are just like a pet of an alien, like you would have like an aquarium, or like you like build your own
Oh
little
yeah.
ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
Another one was that we're just basically a farm, and they're harvesting us as necessary. That's where the abductions would come into play. We're just a vessel of knowledge for them, like kind of like stuff like that. There's all sorts of crazy theories, but they're all pretty fun if you go down the individual rabbit holes. It's like, man, that'd
Yeah.
be wild. Or like
Watching us
this guy
like zoo
Bob,
animals. I see it now. Yeah.
yeah, like this guy Bob Lazar. He was big in the 80s for talking about Area 51, Sector S4. He
Yeah.
worked out of there, and they had these UFOs that they were trying to reverse engineer. And he came out about it because uh, all sorts of stuff. But they painted him out to be this crazy guy. But he had said that uh, we are like in a bubble, and like we're just being harvested. So like that was like in the 80s he had talked about that. This guy Bob Lazar, but he's another guy. for the past 46 years, his story's never changed. And he's had the FBI raid his house. He's had government intervention. They've tried to erase his work history and
Okay.
try to like destroy this guy and his life. And his story's never changed.
Wow. That sucks, dude. That really does. You know, to get your life ruined just because you're trying to bring out the truth.
Yeah, they had his house. They had his house phone tapped. They raided his house. They raided his business. They all sorts of like if this guy's just a quack,
Mhm.
why would the government intervene so much and destroy this guy's life?
And I'm
He's
just
still
saying, why don't
still
they use their
still.
tactics of making them sound like a quack and don't have to worry about it? I believe they do that to certain people. They make people
Well,
sound more crazy than they are.
I
You
think
know?
they tried that. I think with him, but his story just stayed the same, just
Mhm.
stayed relevant the whole time. That's another big one too, like conspiracy theory.
Right.
That term was created by the CIA to make people sound crazy, to not believe them. So when they came out with these stories, like, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. It's like, oh, that guy, okay, that guy is freaking crazy. Don't believe him.
Right.
So that was deemed by the government to make this taboo figure of trying to bring out the truth. Like, oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, that guy is crazy. So it's like it's just to put people off that path. Like that's where that term was created, was from the government.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was seeing too. There's a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
cool
wild,
alien
dude.
abduction out there. A lot of stories. A lot of good
Oh
movies.
yeah.
My favorite though has always been Star Trek out of Star Wars. Star Trek, if you don't know the premise, they've built technology and all of a sudden they've seen how Earth is ready and they finally visit us. That's my favorite future that we'll probably never get to. Movie of meeting aliens and finally it being enlightened.
Oh
And
yeah.
this which we'll never get to. Too many crazy people.
I think we were on a good trajectory,
Mm-hmm.
and then social media and misinformation and all that stupid stuff that came out to try to defame and denounce and
Huh.
control the narrative. I
You
think that
think
kind of
aliens didn't
ruined
throw
it.
that in there? You don't think aliens threw that in there to mess us up? We're getting too
I
good.
think they'd only I think they'd only do well. So that's my other thing
Like
too.
the
Like so,
other theory was beating us down when we get too high.
well, that's my big thing too. It's like how did we go from those big phones in 1990,
Mm-hmm.
the big block frickin'
Yep.
satellite phones,
My wife had one. Mm-hmm.
to an iPhone 17 right now that you can do anything with that you want to. You can do anything on that phone, or
Mm-hmm.
even Android. I don't know Android to name any models, but you can do any. Like I do all my billing, I do all my kids' school registration. Everything is through my phone. My paychecks, my 401k, my other investments,
Man,
everything is through my phone.
how can you handle the small
How do
screen
you
crab? Ah,
how do you jump in a 30-year window? How do you jump to what we have now from 30 years ago? And you figure like 1905 was like the first vehicle on the road, first car. Now we have autonomous vehicles, we have autonomous
mm-hmm.
warehouses, we have cell phones that you can do anything with. How do you make that jump in such a small amount of time
I believe
without
they
some
already.
sort of outside
Yeah,
intervention?
I think outside
That's what
intervention,
I
but
think.
I think we already had the technology. Again, they're just piecemealing us, give them a little bit at a time. Kind of like
I
laptops.
was
Every year you get like new upgrades of laptops. You know what I mean?
Oh
And then
sure.
2 years
I
later your
I
laptops expire. Same thing for phones.
I thought the same thing, but like if that were the case, unless like we did something that like the moon landing,
Mm-hmm.
that was almost 60 years ago,
Yep.
and we don't have the technology to go back now. But you could do anything on a cell phone that you can do in your everyday life. You can do
Mm-hmm.
on your cell phone. I could start my car on my cell phone. I can call out of work on my cell phone, check my paycheck, play games, go down the rabbit hole, film a podcast,
Which we're doing now
and they
with your
don't
cell phone. Yep.
and they don't have the technology to get to the moon, which like 1965 should be rudimentary to what we have now. It's like it's not. It doesn't. Something doesn't click for me that we are so far advanced from 1960s, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't have the technology to fly a new spacecraft to the moon and land and then come back.
I think we have it. They just don't want to spend the money. They're acting like they don't have it. Right now it's money.
You look up
It's greed and money right now.
so look up the daily budget for NASA.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that number and then tell me they don't have the money.
I think some of that's getting sent somewhere else, but yeah, no, they have
That's
the
it
money.
all. So that's the other thing too. Like all that money, like I watched a pretty funny little video. It's like taxpayer money to where it's supposed to go, and then it hits a little bowl and diverts all the money into all the rich friend pockets.
Yep. Uh-huh.
I say, okay, well, that's exactly what's going on. I think there was an audit on, I forget what, I don't know if it was the Pentagon, but they got audited, and there's like they were spending, I forget how much money on disposable coffee cups. And it's like, how's that a real freaking number for disposable coffee cups? And they're spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars on coffee. It's like that should only be like $1,500 a year, dude.
I don't know who's getting I've been in the Army for 31 years. I had to pay for my own cups. So I don't get where the disposable coffee cups are going. I had to pay for my own cups. Seriously.
Dude, it's crazy.
Everything
I
you're
agree with
saying,
you.
I didn't have to pay for it. I had to pay for everything. And then I'm hearing you
But I
saying
think
all this stuff that the military has in their budget.
it was crazy.
So,
I think the military budget's like $8 billion a week.
oh my.
Like it's where's the freaking money go, dude? You're talking about astronomical amounts of money that there's like, well, where is it? Because the military's not paid well.
Oh no, definitely not paid well.
It's like where's it's like where or like even down
it's getting
to
better.
like
It's getting better, but not paid well. Yeah.
Like California with their high speed rail that they're supposed to be making.
Uh-huh.
They spent what $4 billion in 2 years, and they don't have a single piece of track down or laid, or like, it's like where'd the money go if there's nothing?
Well, Jake, you remember it's meetings. They got to have meetings, just like corporate America. They got to have meetings for meetings to
That's
meetings.
crazy.
That's $4 billion in meetings. Just kidding.
It's crazy. Hey, man, it's going somewhere. It's just not going to anything that benefits us. It's like it's every state has it. Like I'm sure you, because we live 5 minutes apart.
Yeah.
How'd they plow in your neighborhood?
Not bad.
Mine's
not
terrible.
Not
Mine's
bad.
3 feet off. Mine's 3 feet off the curb.
I give it a maybe 6 out of 10. So not bad. I think they did
Mine's like a 2 out of 10.
I've been.
It snows like 3 feet off my curb.
I've been to some places in your area because I had to drive through it to get to work. Oh yeah, some pretty bad roads. I'm not going to say the township, but it was pretty bad roads.
Aston Township. I commented on their Facebook. I commented on their Facebook. I wasn't
trying to say that, but it was pretty bad.
Because they made a comment about they made an update on their Facebook about so Monday day trash last week was canceled, and they're rediverting everything to Tuesday. So Monday and Tuesday trash was picked up on Tuesday. I was like, I commented. I was like, hey, where do you want me to put my cans? The snow's 3 feet off my curb. Like they didn't even get close to the curbs.
All right. Yeah.
I was like, dude, like, and like again, well, like, and like the snowstorm before that was Sunday before Martin Luther King Day. They didn't plow at all.
Let's not get.
Where's the money go?
Let's go back to aliens before we both get in.
Grand scheme. Where's the money going?
Township. I work in town, so I don't want to, get yelled at.
I'm a concerned taxpayer.
You are. I don't live in the township, so yeah.
You pay Aston tax if you work in Aston.
Yeah, do I? I gotta look at my check.
Yeah, I think they take like 1%. But yeah, no. So you got that was just like the most famous abductions was Linda Buck Nelson, 1954. That's like one of the early ones. You got Betty and Barney Hill, Charles Hickson, Calvin Parker, Travis Walton. Those are like the big ones. Like you can just Google, like, hey, what's the most famous alien abduction stories? And those are like the top.
I did that. Yeah,
those are the top ones. So it's that, but that's like the first. It's like the taste. It's like the shark gets the taste of the blood. It's like that. It's like, all right, well, this is wild. Well, I'm going to go deeper.
Most famous for me was Cartman, but yeah, you probably have your favorite.
Cartman was a wild one.
That was my favorite. Yep, Abduction.
Well, that's another one. Was a lot of stipulation behind abduction stories. That, like more people started coming out later years of their life instead of like say if I got abducted when I was 21, and I don't say anything until I'm 40. It's like, well, why are you coming about 20 years later? Why are you talking about this now?
Because you're a lot embarrassed, probably.
We'll say a lot of it came from embarrassment. It's like if a 20-year-old man's getting probed, they're not going to tell anybody they got probed. So it's like,
Keep
Crazy.
quiet. Keep quiet. No one's gonna believe
Right.
you. Yeah, 20-year-old.
Well, yeah. Well, then it's like, well, then when you come out when you're 40, it's like, well, this happened 20 years ago. Why should I believe that?
Yeah, no, it's a lot of good stories. See, aliens is such a fun. We can go like really deep in multiple avenues here because, talk about the signal they sent out, and that they said a signal came back just recently.
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out what they're saying because what they say is that there's a certain universe noise. There's a noise, right? And they were saying
Sure.
that the noise, all of a sudden, a new type of noise appeared, and it wasn't your normal universe noise, and they believe that was a
Right.
signal. And I think they haven't deciphered it, but they're thinking it's a communication because we sent out a communication out, of our
Yeah.
history and stuff. And be honest with you, if you're any type of like a major alien conspiracy guy, you're gonna be worried because next thing you know, Independence Day is coming. You know, so
Dude,
some
yeah.
of
There's
those
tons
believe
of them.
that. Some believe that might happen if you keep poking the bear, where they're gonna come over and take over the world and just kill us humans, or like you said, make us meat, for their food.
Because it's another one too, like where there's different theories. It's like either there's aliens out there
Mm-hmm.
and they're further behind technologically than we are, so they can't get to us.
Okay.
Then there's one that they're far more advanced and they have no interest in us. Then there's a theory that they're not actually out there at all.
I think they're out there, but yeah, it's like
Yeah, I mean, it's
some people
too
think there might
large.
be some aliens in Titan underneath the ice in the ocean. They believe there's aliens
Hmm.
there, like a water
Sure.
world. Others are believing that, like you said, they're too smart and they want nothing to do with us, except for maybe they have occasionally want to mess with us. And then there are others that are out there, they're just waiting to find us. And then we're just going to give them a beacon to come to us. And next thing you know, Independence Day, we get blown up.
That's
That's
when
the
we
face.
reinstate Will Smith back into the Air Force.
That's right. That's right. Me in the Army,
Get him
as they
some
call
good headlines.
Mealtime 6, as they call me. That was my nickname, guys. I got out. Mealtime 6.
Made it.
That's right. That was a fun episode. I'd like to do some more conspiracies next. Let's go local legends. Like I'll talk about my local legend in North Philly. All right, I'll do
Sure.
some research on that. That's about a family of incest, and they're just so
Mhm.
mentally disturbed. If you go there, they find you, kill you, eat you. That was in North Philly. And you probably have some stories too. You got the Jersey Devil, of course.
Ah,
That's the normal one.
say not much really came out of Aston that I know of, but I mean like
No, I meant in general,
Appalachia,
just Appalachian. Yeah,
Jersey Devil. Yeah, there's some cool ones out there.
I
I
think we
got
should.
yeah, I got a laundry list of stuff to talk about in the conspiracy world. I don't know enough about electricity.
Yeah,
I know a lot of a lot about the crazy stuff.
yeah, and then we got our urban legends at our different workplaces. Scott Paper has theirs. I'm just
Mhm.
kidding. The
Yeah, oh yeah.
fun ones, about the poopateria, and the if you guys don't know, someone walked in the where we get our food and he pooped and he shook his leg and poop came out and he went to the bathroom and didn't pick it up. So it's fun stories like that, conspiracies, fun ones on the next one.
That's that's all on camera too. That was right before I started. That's all on camera.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, there's
He was
other
wait.
ones too.
He was waiting in line to get Chick-fil-A.
Yep. And you had the stair tower peer. Never found him. He would always pee in the stair towers.
Still smells.
Yeah, even today. That's going to be a local.
You got
We'll talk about the other ones. I'll find out about the North Philly one. All I remember as a kid kept hearing about it. And then you have, what's the other one? DuPont. The DuPont one. There's one in Delaware.
yeah, that's right. It's right over the border, dude.
Yeah, about something about same deal where the inbred and stuff. It's just we'll
So
go more into.
that's a crazy one to go down too because more of the incestual factor to that. Like
Mhm.
they paid off. Like so they had their immediate family, which is the extreme amount of
Whoa,
wealth.
whoa,
That's why
whoa,
they be
whoa! Next episode.
yeah. So
Next
there's a
episode.
lot of cool stuff about that, and there's a lot of cool urban legend around that neighborhood.
Save time for next. We got to have some beef next year. All right, some meat. Don't take the meat away. We'll have it for next
Some meat on the
episode.
bones. Yeah, we need
Yes.
leftovers.
Yes, we do. Because I believe there's aliens out there. Right? I
Sure.
don't know how they're out there, but they're out there. There's no way. We're on a little speck of dust. There's no way there's nothing out there. Even like you said, maybe they're just not advanced, but they're out there. You know,
Yeah.
they're out there. There's no way. And I
Well,
believe you might be
so
right. There might be some in the water. We don't know. I watch Marvel and DC. They always have some kind of civilization underneath there. You know, in the
yeah,
so I believe in you. I believe what you're saying.
or even Transformers. Isn't that where they found Optimus
Uh,
Prime was in Antarctica?
yeah, they found Optimus Prime, and then I think they found later
Oh
on.
no, that was Sentinel Prime. They found Sentinel Prime.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, they're out there, guys. Movies don't lie. Just kidding.
It's
Movies
all
don't
based
lie.
on a true story if you want it to be.
You got to think about it. A lot of stuff in history, they find some of it was true. You know, all the fables. Now, it may not be exactly what it is, but it was the same premise. Something about it was true. You know,
Yeah.
like Atlantis, they talked about the scenario, and then they did some research, and they found out there was a major catastrophe that lost half the continent somewhere in the Atlantic. So, some truths out there.
Well, yeah. So
Just
you
saying.
gotta remember too, like Pangea, everything on the world was one big continent, and then
Yep.
started to separate and come around the globe. There's probably so much things that are lost. You'll never know.
No, because things go away. There's not too much stuff that can stay
Oh,
around
that's
unless
another
it's
one with
stoned or
it.
bones. The only thing that stays for a long time. You
That's the
know.
other one they were talking about with Antarctica was that they were trying to clone and recreate the woolly mammoth and release that back into the wild in Antarctica to get it back to the green lush land that it used to be. Because like they were a
How
major
would
part
that do?
of helping contain they were a major part of maintaining the ecosystem.
But how does that do it?
So
Because it's cold out there. I don't get that. But no,
I think it's like
hey,
it's got sun all year round.
it does. It does. You're right. It
So I
does.
mean, and there's a lot of
May-
creatures that live in the cold.
Maybe with all the of gas making a greenhouse effect, maybe that's probably what happened. You know, because gas
Because I
can.
think some of the largest holes in the ozone layer are over the poles, just from all the reflection and all that stupid stuff.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point.
Or the government has a major industry up there that we don't know about, and they're secretly burning us out.
Hey, we're just numbers. We're
That's
just
it.
numbers. And just numbers.
We're
Just
just
got to
on this
live our
earth for like
life.
80 years.
Yeah. I just got to wait for my retirement. Then I can be a number retired. So, 60. I'll be retired with a number. Just kidding. So
Hmm.
that's basically all the aliens. You got anything else before we end this episode?
That's what I could think of, man. It's
I have nothing.
we'll
So,
cover some cool abduction stories. We can I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that still goes on allegedly over in Japan on the like direct bomb sites of the atomic bombs. They still have super high
okay.
radiation. They still apparently have a lot of UFO sighting and presence over there to
Okay.
it was like I don't know speculate or monitor or whatever the whatever the situation is. Like apparently they have a
Ah,
lot of interaction still.
okay. All right. I wonder maybe that's where we get our what do you call that clock that tells us we're going to be dead. Maybe the aliens gave that to us. We're 88 minutes now. 88 minutes
88 minutes.
of before civilization is gone. I forget what they call that clock. Um, what's that clock? I forget what it's called. Oh, it's 85 seconds to midnight. The doomsday clock.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder if the aliens gave that to us. Here it goes. Doomsday clock 2026. This is how close we are to annihilation, scientists say.
A
We are,
self-annihilation.
yeah, we're basically going to destroy ourselves, yes. Either through
Is
atomic
that how long?
missiles, wet war, bombing, whatever. We're going to just basically be like that movie I talked about where we're um, just trying to live. In 2025, we're 89 seconds to midnight. Now we are 85 seconds to midnight.
Said
I
how
mean,
fast a atomic missile can travel, or some
they're
sort of fucking.
yeah, they're just saying pretty much we're gonna be dead because we're gonna kill ourselves. Right? Every
I can see that.
civilization, I would think what Rome, they thought that was happening there. You have medieval days. That was catastrophic. Maybe we'll just totally kind of and then
I
restart.
think well, we lived through 2012. That's like the year the world was supposed to stop. With like all these
Oh,
Y2K, we lived through that.
yeah,
All
yeah,
the early premonitions of the ancient, or was it
yeah.
this year?
Uh,
If you go off of like the like the
2012 was the clock, I thought, but
well,
2024.
there's a couple different ones. So there's like 2012, which like the world was supposed to stop rotating on its axis, and we were supposed to be just from the centrifugal force of us continuing to try like Murphy's or Newton's law, an object in motion stays in motion. The world would stop and we continue to go and we'd die. And then
All
there
right,
was
so 2026,
the
Heinz von Forster said the world would end 2026 due to population. That was the prediction, one of them.
was kind of like the speculation on Bill Gates is that he said that in order to maintain the lifestyle we have, the population on Earth should be like 100 million, and we're at 8 billion.
So we're running out of stuff. All right, I'm just
I
looking at all
don't.
the
To me,
things.
there's no way because there's so much land that's not utilized for anything.
Yeah, but a lot of greed. People aren't giving up the land.
Oh, sure.
People like to have stuff, you know.
Well, that's who what kills me too. It's like I forget how many acres of farmland that like China owns in America and Canada owns in America. Like we're selling American land to foreign farming.
Yeah.
So it's like we're instead of our people giving being or our people being given the land to prosper from, we're selling it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
Well,
okay, well,
maybe that's why aliens aren't visiting us because we're too stupid to, take care of each other. Too
they said
stupid for that.
all this monetary greed, we're not helping these people out.
Yeah, or like, we'll wait till you're dead and then we'll take over your world. Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah. You guys will kill yourselves soon enough once you
Yeah.
get all your natural
We'll have a new
resources.
planet, thank you. After we clean you up,
Yeah.
because you're going to destroy it with your nuclear weapons. All right, so that's all I have, Jake. So let's save this for next episode. This is Sean from Tech Train Solutions. Oh, yeah. With
Jake Price from Jake Price Does It. I haven't really filmed in
you know what you should
since
show.
since I roasted Sean with the Sawzall video.
Are you allowed to show anything from work or no? Or you?
No.
No.
I'll be fired for that real fast. It's
All
it's
right, good.
all
Hush, hush.
confidential, and I agreed.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. That's no problem. Maybe show some stuff from, or maybe just comment on some of my stuff. I just did stuff that you're great at. You're an awesome pipe bender. I'm okay. I'm trying to relearn everything. As you see with my tripod era, right? By the way, I knew that was gonna happen. I just did it. One is because I wanted to show everybody the angle, and two, I wanted to show my students what happens when you don't set up right. I was preparing for that. You know what I mean? Then it flipped over. I'm like, there he goes.
See, you got like 23,000 views on it. It landed pretty well.
And that's what I was telling my wife. People like me to get hurt. So
Yeah, that's what everyone loves, dude. Everyone
'cause
loves to watch someone get messed up.
I have educational, got nothing, but that got 23,000. That and the one me and you talk smack with each other, that got 18,000.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, people like that. And then I just
daily confrontation.
I just bought a nice DeWalt hammer drill, the small one like you have, like Makita.
Yeah,
That thing works.
yeah. I have
great, man.
Milwaukee. I got the little Milwaukee killer, dude.
But the little one works great, man. I don't
That's
really
awesome,
need
yeah.
a big one. I'm like, I don't really need this because I just bought the Milwaukee bit that you can change different bit sizes. It's a hammer drill. It makes holes, and it's pretty cool. It has a just like you would do like a for metal when you're drilling holes. It has a center
Hole
punch.
saw.
Yeah, same deal though.
Yeah,
It has
yeah.
a center punch hammer drill part, and then it has a circular size, and I used that. That worked awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, sweet, dude.
In my little DeWalt one, like yours. The same size.
Milwaukee bits working better.
It's okay. It just DeWalt didn't come out with it yet. That's why I got that. Just kidding.
That's
I don't
because
really
they don't
care.
they
I buy
they don't
what
have
I
the
can.
technology.
Yeah. Yep. Man, all right. This is all I got to say. So next episode, we are going to go into our local and areas, not conspiracies, but like urban legends. All right. So I'm going to come up with 5 or 6. You come up with a few, and we'll talk about it. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. So this is the Power Effects, season 2, episode 2. And you see more energy because it's 2 p.m. and not 11 p.m. Oh, yeah. See you guys. Peace out.